Welcome, speedrunning fans. We've got game 3. Big Slamu versus Shton. Game 1, Slamu sped through it and beat Shton by just about a minute and a half. But game 2, immediately following that, Shton turned it around and also sped through it. So we have decided, let's have Jess roll this one so we have a little bit longer. Joining me in the booth tonight is JX Adam, who was also there for the first two, but just doing a little different. Welcome, Adam.
That's right, Hayo. I was there, but I was in the background tracking. I'm not doing that tonight. Tonight you get to hear me talk, and we've got Sandy 8 in the background tracking. So remember, everything in this seed is Jess's fault.
And as always, thank her for tracking because we'll probably miss half of the stuff that happens. And also thank yourself because you'll probably remind us as well. Where do you think we're starting tonight, Adam?
Let's put them in the far southwest corner because everybody loves that deadwood start.
I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think southwest is a good spot. And we're about to see it as they are off, and it is not really there.
That is not the Southwest. I feel cheated almost, but not really. We do have a power bracelet, however.
And that actually is good because there's an immediate power bracelet spot as well as Armos checks. So the Armos doesn't come up with much, but we will get to check the push block.
That's true. We have 95 rupee arrows found, and everybody's favorite, a 1 rupee pity heart.
So we've got quick divergence here. They'll probably both go back, but Slamu's checking the Armos before the push block. And they find completely different things. 144 big secret and the letter.
That means that we are already off to a great start money-wise. Having found that big secret, it's entirely possible Shton will take a heart out of a take any instead of a candle, whereas Slamu, having not found that secret, well, they might opt for something, heart or otherwise.
Slamu finds the bombs. Now, this is interesting, too, because in the first two seeds, none of the money was great. It was kind of poverty, but the thing is neither one of them had any troubles with money. So will we have a situation where they get a lot of money and start having trouble with money? We'll see. But we do find level 3.
Ooh, do you see what I see? They're blue, they're bubbles. We've got 2Q tonight somewhere. No singing on stream.
And where he started at in level 3, this could be first quest as well.
Oh boy, I guarantee that is at least not 2Q3.
Very true.
You know what that means?
We have Spirals of Doom?
No, that means we have to make sure chat has their milk for the cinnamon rolls of sweet deliciousness.
Oh, okay. You see it one way, I see it another. You give them a little bit more of something nice.
Well, I see it from the perspective of chat, because after all, we are here to entertain chat. Chat, are you entertained yet? Because if not, let us know and we will do better.
But I will say, if this is first quest 1 through 6, I think they are going to enjoy that, because first quest 1 through 6 are very quick and easy dungeons. But if this is Shapes, which it's not really turning out to be, we could have a lot of fun. And it is Shapes.
You did it.
It's Shapes first 1 through 6. All right, we're going to have some fun. And Chad is correct. We've already seen Whiz Ropes. What fun.
See, once again, we're doing it, Hayo. It's fun for us. It's fun for chat. It's extra fun for our tracker. But I don't think these runners are going to find it to be fun. Just like these beefy gels.
And remember, our tracker's the one who rolled this. So we get to thank her for these great shapes.
And besides, remember, our trackers are truly the MVPs here. Without trackers, we don't get restreamed. But don't worry, chat, you are the second MVPs in our heart.
And the hint guy has lost his hint somewhere, but that's okay. If we can find a book, I'm sure he'll find those hints.
That's right, and once we've found the books, we will get those hints. They will be truthful. They may not be helpful.
And our first item? It's just a yellow banana.
Well, we're early. We have Lionels on the overworld. That's not a terrible pickup at all.
Technically, you can consider it vanilla, as this is the first dungeon we're in, and it was on the floor. So, if our stair item somehow is the bow, then we have something interesting to talk about.
Absolutely. We'll wait and see what that stair item is. Hopefully one of our runners will find it.
And with this being shapes, we will have one stair and one floor in 3.
So, chat pointing out that Slamu does not need to clear the room that they are in. While that is technically true, we're early, we don't have an any key. I'm pretty sure any room Slamu is clearing out is simply to look for keys.
Yes, I would agree with you on that point. You never know when you're going to run out of keys, and finding any early is always a good thing. And Chad is right, he got one. So Slamu is trying to clear this room without picking up the Triforce, so he can at least get through it to see what's below it. Or he's also just trying to get rid of these blue Wizrobes.
Well, we can see on Shton's side that blue Wizrobe is not going to go away, but Shton has the blue Wizrobe in a good phase pattern.
Yep, and it looks like both of them are down to their final 2 enemies. And Slamu gets the pattern as well. And Landmola guarding our item, potentially. Or is that Moldor? I don't remember.
That's a Moldorm.
Okay.
And that's a heart.
And that's a heart, yeah. So, technically that was also in the first level of vanilla, just not on the floor.
Yeah, level 3 didn't quite do a level 1 impersonation, but it tried, given it only has 2 items.
But you know what? The good thing about picking up that's one step closer to picking up the old man item once we find him as well, too.
That's right, and that item can be anywhere between 4 and 6 heart containers to pick up, and it might be something useful like a bow or a silver arrow, or it might just be a consolation prize like a magical boomerang or another heart container. Triforce out of level 3 for a big Slamu, striking first.
I mean, the odds-on favorite is it's just going to be a heart, as there's so many hearts compared to the other items, but I would love to see them get some kind of combat early. Maybe a wand or a white sword. And we find level 9, not too far away.
That'll be good to know. If we happen to come across the recorder, we will be able to record her to 3 and then right up into level 9 to begin our hunt. But we'll talk about that later.
And Slamu is finally going to get some cash. A 36 medium secret also rolling up. So definitely good money in this seed.
Wooden boomerang for Shton.
But neither runner has seen the blue candle as of yet, so unfortunately in our location we're going to be skipping a lot of spots that we'll have to come back to burn. But we at least do have this push block we can check. And Slamu gets 2 good bomb drops. So the overworld being kind on bomb drops. And that does not look good if you're looking for the blue candle. You might have to take it in the any cave, because it might be in our rare cave today.
Uh-oh. Nobody likes to find the blue candle in the rare shop, but this does happen from time to time. So, chat, do you want to tell us what the coast item's going to be? I know what Hayo's going to say. Hayo's going to say it's going to be a heart.
It is going to be a heart. Alright, and Shton is now out of 3, and basically probably will be following the same path as Slamu. With these multiple push blocks here, and a few open caves. But we still have to see our Armos item, too.
And we have a 20 rupee door repair fee.
And that's vanilla, isn't it?
Correct.
And Shton also getting very good bomb drops off the exact same enemies Slamu did.
And we have a nice price for keys at 69 rupees.
Nice. Alright, yeah, Slamu will head up to the northeast, probably to make all the final Armos checks here. And then have Casino Corner on the way as well. And there is our first take any. Yeah.
And the candle for Slamu.
I'm calling it now, red candle under this Armos right here. Because you don't ever, whenever you get something blue, you always find something red right after it.
That's true, unless of course we're talking about the blue arrows.
And we got any roads. And they're sort of nice so far. Hitting all quadrants of the world so far. We need a top left one for our last one. And it is.
Ask and ye shall receive. These are some of the best any roads we're going to have.
That could play in very well, especially the one in the top left that is close to start.
Shton finding the same take-in, he grabs a candle, and we see our small secret is 9 rupees.
Well, it rolled down, but just one. There we go, red ring on the old man.
Oh, now I'll bet they'll be slightly kicking themselves for taking that candle.
So once again, with the red ring, that's one less thing we have to buy in this seed. Candle purchases could, not candle purchases, keep purchases could be a thing for sure, since we don't have a lot to buy.
That's right. The only things that we're going to need to buy in this seed potentially are arrows, maybe keys, might need the bait, bomb upgrades,
maybe.
and there's the blue candle up in Casino Corner.
And it was just 51. Not too bad. So we're finding a lot of items that we can't get at this moment, but no dungeons as of yet. Just number 3 so far. And Shton's seen all the good any roads.
That's right. That means we're going to have a whole bunch of dungeons coming really quickly, and they are either going to be in the forest, the Dead Woods, or up on Death Mountain.
And it is Raft under Armos, and that's a advantageous spot too, because it's right next to a Raft spot.
That's right. Here's the hints. Not a terrible thing, but we are definitely going to need a book before those hints will be any kind of value. Level 2.
Oh, nice. Level 2. And this is, as we say, a shapes level 2, but both items will be on the floor.
That's right, Hayo. Because in shapes, that's going to follow the first quest logic for item placement.
You know what's sad, Adam? We will never get the guessing game for level 3 shape. It's both items and the Triforce are already found by both runners and no map.
Oh no. Oh no, that's almost like an invalid seed that we have to re-roll, right, Hayo?
Oh, yes.
Wrapped for Shton.
And just as we expected with these two runners, because they are so tight, they are right on each other's heels, following each other. And I've got an idea what that is. What do you think, Adam?
Oh, I have a great idea for that. Chat, get some guesses out there, and then me and Hayo will share what we think we see.
We've got a Roadrunner and Yumi asking questions and lots of blue Wizrobes.
Okay, so once again with feeling for Yumi, what is that ink blot for level 2?
It's a cactus. Well, I don't know about you, Adam, but to me, that looks like a wand on the ground. But that looks like
That's
a
a really
to
funny
me.
looking wand on the ground there, Hayo, but I think you meant the item that Slamu just picked up. And what did you say this shape looks like to you?
Well, Jess stole my guess. It is a crab claw. And there's the heart immediately. That's 3 rooms, 3 items.
And lots of blue Wizrobes in the room for Shton. And a Triforce for Slamu. I actually saw exactly what Brian Williams 42 in chat saw. I see the Roadrunner. Meep meep.
Yumi believes that is the Ferk. And now we get our casino outside of Casino Corner.
Well, I guess it's safe to say we're outside of vanilla now, Hayo.
Yep, and well, as expected, the seed is helping our runners out with some nice items already. Once they go back and get that red ring, Slamu just needs 1 heart for a guaranteed red ring.
Slamu heading towards the coast, finding another level. And by finding another level, I mean another take any and guaranteeing themselves that red ring.
And I would expect Sean to follow the exact same route, and there are the arrows.
So, ladder definitely required this seed.
Yes, sir. So we have now found all of our overworld items, and they were pretty nice. In fact, they were all of vanilla level 9 items.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when did the overworld decide to be level 9?
When it decided to be nice to them. That's what this series seems to be about. And now Slamu with all the money. And I am actually surprised Slamu did not go back across that raft and go pick up that red ring. I know it's a little out of the way, but for 4 or 5 screens, that's a pretty big pickup.
That's absolutely right. That could be the difference between getting through deep in a dungeon and going back to start.
Oh, and Jess is correct. He was only on half a heart at the time. And he can easily use these any roads to get right back. Very true. That's why we have an amazing tracker.
So I always like to try to say what I think the runners are going to do, and Slamu definitely getting the red ring now. But often I come up short. Do you know why that is, Hayo?
Why is that?
It's because the runners are in this tournament and know what they're doing. I'm just up here in the commentator booth, kind of saying words, hoping that they're mostly true.
Yep, and even though I'm in a tournament, it is not this one, so my thought is exactly the same. And Shton, taking the red potion, I agree with that. As you know, you're going to get the red ring here shortly, too.
I'm not sure, because you also have the potion letter and basically all the rupees in the world.
And as you're saying that, Slamu did exactly that. But did you see those prices? Ugh. That's the first thing that's gone bad for them in this heat, I think. And
you can't have everything go right.
I know. Shton on 1 heart, will he be able to get through these Lionels? I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say the gorillas are the bigger danger.
Well, those boomerangs, they will do 1 heart of damage with no ring. But as soon as he comes out of here, they won't do any damage, really.
Oh, that's not true. They'll still do a 1/4 heart of damage. That adds up, and the gorillas
you just won't see it. Alright, and now we're getting to the point where we've got a lot of overworld already seen, and we're starting to get some Death Mountain checks as well. Where are these dungeons?
I'm not sure. One of these players is going to run into a dungeon soon. There's no way. We are rapidly, between the two of them, running out of overworld spots.
Now, do you want to know what our tracker is thinking? Our tracker is thinking they're all recorder blocked.
Okay.
She puts it up there.
Okay, I can certainly go with that. For every recorder blocked dungeon, well, here's level 1, so we're down to only 6 that can be recorder blocked now. I mean 5.
We could get our recorder right in here. All right, once again, we are in a shapes level 1. There'll be 1 item in the stairs and 2 on the floor.
And a ladder block through that particular door.
Yep. Thankfully, it looks like we've got ways around.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna have to spend a key.
And you know, in 1, you usually spend a key to get a key. But here, we might find our item, or it could be it's segmented.
Well, I know one thing that it is. It's rolled down red dark nuts.
Yep, because there's a book. We've got hints. And we also got fire, too. So, we'll see if that comes into play, but with Red Ring, probably not so much.
Here's level 4 at this forgotten spot.
But yeah, those Red Knights are only going down to 1 wand hit. That is nice. Did I say Red Knights? Dark Nuts.
And that was a Goma in a potential stair room in level 4.
And now we don't have to buy keys.
You know, I always like it when I find all the keys in Hyrule on the floor. And there's a shape for level 1.
I call that shape. Well, I'll let chat decide. What is that shape, chat?
That's when you have like this half idea and then you look at it again and you're like, that's not quite what it is. Why don't we call that shape Trent? Hi, Trent.
And the Triforce out of 4 for Slamoo. I don't think Slamoo has seen any items yet.
No items, but they're moving on. A moose with a docked tail. Maybe?
That would be a mouse, not a moose.
Mouse, moose, potato, tomato. I'm here to speak, not read.
Alright, Rat Boy has come up with what I was going to say. I was going to say a rabbit. Alright, bombs 25. I don't know if we've seen that before or not, but that's gonna be a little expensive. But now we don't have to buy keys. So we are running out of things to buy in this seed.
That we are. I think we are down to just wooden arrows, which we may or may not need, and bomb upgrades. A left-facing dolphin corn. Wouldn't a dolphin corn be something like a narwhal?
I think you are right. But I believe my daughter has a book about dolphin corns.
I know one thing that we have in this level 1, and that is approximately all the dark nuts in Hyrule.
And those were some pretty cheap hints that Slamoo just found. Slamoo is going to need to get to Death Mountain to find that book. He knows where all the hints are, he just needs the book. And we have yet to see either of our spirals yet.
And I have to give it to chat. Dolphin corn does sound funnier than narwhal. But there is a catchy tune about narwhals.
And, never mind. Alright, so we have all blue dark nuts guarding our Triforce in 1, but we are still looking for our last item. And while we're looking, Slamoo finds 5. We are finding all of the low ones first. Interesting.
I think that just leaves level 6 and level 8 outstanding.
Oh, did we find 7?
Either we found 7, or just like I don't know how to read the word moose, I'm misreading chat.
And that is a very easy Triforce out of 5. Yeah, I did not see it either, but chat is telling us they saw it, so that's what really matters. And they are saying it's very close to start as well, so that'll be an easy to get to.
This level 1 has had, I think, 3 blue lagoons.
It goes with the blue dark nuts.
Oh yeah, that's a blue lagoon. It's an 8 blue dark nut.
Ah!
Usually with Beamos, famous for being found in 1Q8 in the vanilla game.
But you know, the one good thing about blue dark nuts is they do drop berries.
That's right. And having that red ring and a wand, they go down a lot easier than they would if we just had the wood sword.
Shton went from 1 heart to full hearts and 2 dark nuts.
And a Triforce out of level 1.
Hi, nice.
Shton going back in for the last item. I think they only have one room they didn't see over here behind the key door.
And with that any key, it'll be... Oh, look what we've got. Our first...
So Aquamentus is not home. Instead, we find a 4-headed Gleeok. And you know what they say? It's always fun with Gleeok. It's Glee right there in the name.
I always wondered Is Gleok the evolved form of Aquamentus?
No, Aquamentus is a. We were just talking about dolphin corns. Aquamentus is a dinosaur unicorn.
Ah. Now that is an interesting take.
Chat
The
saying
one,
they. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say the one bad thing about us finding all the dungeons now is we're running out of chances for ladder blocks for our tracker, and now we found 8.
Oh, that's all right. We already have one ladder block. Really, is that? Do we need any more than that?
Did I say ladder? I meant recorder.
Ah, you did say ladder, but that's okay. We really only need one recorder block as well. And
Oh,
speaking of it,
we've got it. We've got the recorder.
yes, I like that. Aquamentus is a unisaur.
And so we do have second quest 8, so we will get a spiral here. Or a cinnamon roll if you are hungry. And Shton does a very good job taking down the first Patra of the night.
And Slamu staying in level 5, seeking the items.
Their key count is very healthy as well, already up to 6. So even though they will find the any key, they are not really worried.
Not yet, anyway, and that's usually what happens with level 5, and oh, there's a shape.
Now, I think somebody called cactus earlier. That looks more like a cactus.
Oh, I don't call any of them cactuses. There's gotta be something else that fits, and here is another potential stair room with a Goma.
Thankfully, in level 8, we have 6 transports, so hopefully that's just a transport that goes to nowhere.
7 transports. We've got 5 connected transports and 2 one-ways.
Oh,
And
that's
I
right.
agree with chat. Level 5 is Scrat from Ice Age.
I'll give you that. Did you see how many bombs? 115 buy sheet?
It looks like 6.
It is 6. That is a deal today. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it.
You get what you pay for sometimes, and sometimes, well, that old man is just scamming you.
So it's interesting as both of our runners have an upgrade over each other, with Slamu having more bombs and Shton having more keys.
Power bracelet in level 5. Too bad we started with that.
Yep. And that could be rough. I mean, spending this amount of time in level 5 and potentially only finding something you have and maybe a heart. Though, he could probably use another heart right now.
Well, one thing's for sure. The location where Slamu is over here in the tail of Scrat. There's that heart.
It's right next to it.
I was just going to say, without the map, it would be very difficult to note a bomb to that area.
Very true. But thankfully, we are out of 5 for Slamu and on to something new. And that something new is a mugger.
I hear the overworld is infested with them.
Yep, unfortunately. You gotta watch your pocketbooks.
Question from chat. Will we see the legendary 20 bombs today? I'm going to go ahead and put that firmly in the maybe column. It is possible, but it depends on how much cash our runners happen to have when they come across the bomb upgrades, or if the bomb upgrades are easily accessible in the dungeons.
Well, with the amount of cash we have today, and the fact that it'll be a while before we see one, I would say probably. But
Shton.
We have to run into it first.
Shton going back to start in level 8.
And Slamu will get their infinity key here shortly.
But first, some literacy.
Yeah, and remember, Slamu has found both the hint caves, so potential to go check the hints if they want to after this.
Honestly, if they have a few secrets written down from when they were close to max money, they might pick those up, save, and then save scum those hints, because you can save your rupees. You can buy the hints and get your rupees back with a retry, but you don't have to return the knowledge.
And that is always nice. And as always, this level 8 is not playing fair.
No one said level 8 would play fair, but there's the any key for Slamu. Key troubles melt away.
So, depending on... Okay, I was going to say, depending on how he routes this, Slamu might find the heart a lot faster than Shton did, and he is heading that way.
Absolutely right. But that's how it is in all randomizers, right?
Well, now he is going the wrong direction.
One runner goes up, one runner goes right. One runner spends 10 minutes in a dungeon, the other's out in a few seconds.
Yep. And our old man tells us the hint we already know. And I never liked those hints about the lake. The lake is huge in this game. So you never know. There's so many spots the lake could be.
You mean you don't want to hear something a little more descriptive like Gleok lurks in Hyrule?
Well, that's pretty much the lake. Oh, and that spot for the Triforce and 8, it's pretty remote.
That spot screams you need a staircase to get to me, and level 8 has a lot of staircases. 14 total. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it could also be ladder blocked.
It definitely could be.
Alright, so we have now found both bomb upgrades. Oh. Alright, so Shton is going through the meat of this 8. They're going to be hopefully finding something soon, because we have 3 items in this second quest 8, and they haven't found anything yet.
They did find the recorder on the floor, so...
They did find the recorder on the floor, you're right. Alright, so they found some. They need to find both the stair items, then.
That's okay, there's only 14 stairs in level 8.
Yeah, so not many to check. And unfortunately, Slamu is digging this entire one the same way that Shton did. Not saving any time over Shton.
Yeah, unfortunately, the heart is right by the start of the dungeon and required a key to get into. And so, without having the any key to start, just doing key saving strats.
Yep, I had hoped when they went down they would be heading that way, but they ended up going left instead of right. And very nice bombing by Shton to get those Dodongos.
There's the heart for Slamoo. Done with level 1.
Oh, level 8's got our ladder.
So, good news. We have the ladder so we can get the silver arrows. Bad news. That wasn't the bow.
Yep, but that was a very that was a very deep level 8. But we still haven't found the way to the Triforce either. Oh wait, looks like they had found a spot down there in the bottom right before.
And Slamoo has quietly worked their way up to 10 hearts, and we all know what that means.
Well, Mags is right next to a transport, so there is a chance we might see a Mags play today.
Oh, I believe that Slamoo will check Mags, but if I know anything about this seed, and this seed has been very kind, it's that Mags will not be. So they might check at 10 and fail, or 11, or 12. Or
and
13.
Slamoo is heading towards the graveyard. I don't know if we've seen any graveyard checks yet. But right now, we are only missing one dungeon, and that is level 6.
That's right, and Slamoo just picked up a large secret. And another large back-to-back, leaving like 100 rupees on the ground.
Well, that's okay, because the only thing they have left to spend it on pretty much is the bomb upgrade and hints. And there is... Did you... Level 6? Not very far from Vanilla 6. In fact, it is Vanilla 6.
But this could be very good for Slamoo. Bait block on the wrong side of the Triforce.
So, ladder required for level 8 to get the Triforce. I don't think Slamoo is going to miss their ladder here in 8.
No. Also, I believe level 6 was hard ladder block just to get into the dungeon.
So, hopefully Slamoo makes the play towards West Death Mountain and finding level 8. Oh, we are buying the arrows.
Can't fault him for the purchase. You've got a full wallet and you'll just be leaving rupees on the ground. But we know that the silver arrows are freely accessible after digging level 8. And here's 7 for Slamoo.
Yeah, and Shton will be able to go get their free arrows here very shortly. I'm pretty sure Shton has seen everything but level... No, they have not seen 4 or 5 yet.
Or 6.
Or 6, correct. So, if I was to pick who's in the lead right now, I would say it's pretty much a tie.
That's not true, Hayo. I can tell you exactly who is in the lead.
If I think who you think you're going to say, you're correct.
I don't know. I never know what I'm about to say because thinking is really hard. And what I was going to say is Chad is in the lead, followed shortly by the muggers in level 7 that are just taking all the rupees.
But that's okay. We got plenty of rupees in this seed. Yep, and looks like we are getting a lot of overworld checks from Shton. They will run in to their hints very shortly, and with the money they have, I would imagine they're going to buy them.
Absolutely. Those hints are really the only thing out there that could provide them with the location of the bow, other than just finding the bow.
And there was the medicine shop, Shton not giving that letter away.
Yeah, no need to give the letter away when, Yeah, there's my brain taking a vacation.
Oh, that was a good hint for the ladder. And
Absolutely.
you gotta love to see a hint for the book when it requires book to get the hints.
Absolutely. It's what I like to call a paradox. Also, let's see, question in chat. This is a whiskey drinking race, right? Absolutely. And obviously, SpeedGaming does not condone drinking. Red Candle found in level 7 by Big Slamoo.
Yeah, and the one thing Shton's going to have a bigger problem with is they now have the recorder, and so they're going to make a lot of these recorder checks that Big Slamoo probably won't make.
Also, based on the order they find the dungeons, that'll be the order they probably dig the dungeons.
Yeah, I would imagine after this 7, Big Slamoo will probably go and find 8, and once they find 8, they will have all the knowledge of all the dungeons.
I see chat talking about how they didn't mean whiskey, they meant apple juice, and I agree with them. Though, honestly, if I had my way, I would be taking some apple cider and cooking it up on the stove, making some spiced apple cider.
I do enjoy a good apple cider, especially during the fall.
Yep, it's certainly good in the fall to have that. So, Hayo, where do you think our bow is hiding?
Where do I think Bo? I feel like this is the level 9 play. So let's go level 9. As everything else seems to be open, we haven't found any Goma blocks that have stopped us yet.
Hey, chat, did you see Shton's bomb count?
It's the legendary 20.
All right, chat, you know what you have to do now. Hayo, do you know what chat needs to do?
Make bomb sounds?
Make bombs. You're killing me, Hayo. No. They need to celebrate this legendary 20 bombs by following Shton. And they want to preemptively follow Slamoo for when Slamoo gets 20 bombs, because 20 bombs deserves a follow. Let's go give it to him, chat. And also, if you are enjoying this wonderful commentary by Hayo, give Hayo a follow. They stream often, they know what they're doing. I simply sit up here in words. And also follow our tracker, JustAndy8. Jess is a master of the tutor, and I have it on good authority if you are in their stream and they happen to be racing, and they happen to get onto the podium, you will get treated to, and wait for it, chat. That's right, a podium kazoo. Let's go.
I am enjoying all the bomb sounds in chat, though. Thank you, guys.
Question in chat, is 20 the max a rando can give? The answer to that is actually no. In a swordless seed, the white sword and the magical sword upgrades will be replaced by getting +2 bombs. So the maximum you can get in this rando is actually 24 bombs.
And you're going to need all 24 in that seed with no sword. All right, so
Level
we have a
5.
couple
Okay.
triangles while we weren't looking. We have level 7 for Slamoo and level 5 for Shton. But Slamoo is about to find level 8 here, and that's a big help for him. I don't know if... well, Slamoo did find both items in 7. It was just a heart and a red candle. So they haven't left too much. I know they left all items in 5.
There's the recorder for Big Slamoo.
Or it may have been 4 they left the items in.
I don't recall seeing any items in 4, no.
I know there was one dungeon, they went in and got the Triforce and left, so I think it was 4. So after Slamu digs this ladder out of 8, I would imagine they're going to go straight to 6. And then we'll have...
oh, go ahead.
Here is 4. So
yeah, I was going to say, speaking of 4, we'll see maybe if Shton will find some items.
So that would be a pretty decent dig if Shton was able to find something necessary, like the bow in here, which is the only necessary thing left. That would be a huge advantage for sure.
Oh, Hayo, do you know what that makes me do? It makes me make sad completionist sounds because everything is necessary if you're a completionist.
Except for the magical boomerang. Nobody picks that up.
Oh no.
Oh, and look at
level
that 4. Oh, I know what this is, but let's see what chat comes up with. Alright, old man, we have found that Gleeok, and we have killed that Gleeok. Alright, we have some good guesses. I would say this is a diver jumping off a diving board.
Hey, look! Hayo! Shton just picked up the magical boomerang off of the floor in level 4.
No, but I did not see that. You can't convince me that he did it until he actually uses it. I did not see that pickup.
Just look for what the gorillas throw. Bert giving a thumbs up. I like that one. The Eastern Island statues, I can see that. I was kind of thinking it just looked like an old man that was like the South Park style faces where they've got it cut in half, so just talking.
And Slamu picking up his bomb upgrade. We now have 40 bombs between the two.
Level 9 doesn't stand a chance.
And I'm sure if we see more muggers, we'll probably be giving some of those bombs back.
Triforce for Shton out of level 4. We are tied up at 6 Triforces apiece.
Still no items in 4. I wonder if... oh no. Still no ladder item. I wonder if that Goma is blocking the item in 4.
We have not seen the 3rd item in level 8, Yumi, from a question in chat. And Hayo, I just love that you were doubling down on him not getting the magical boomerang by saying still no items in 4.
I didn't see any item in 4.
And when we have our tracker telling us that it is confirmed Goma is blocking a stair in 4 that contains the item, so we know that the bow is not in 4.
Alright, Slamu has found that one spot in level 8 that is isolated that we had saw earlier, and yeah, there's no way to get to the Triforce from there.
That's a great troll one-off room. Question in chat: Bow and 9 blocking silvers in 4? Unfortunately, no. The silvers are located on the coast.
Yep, and they are deep in level 8, and Slamu is definitely on their way to finding them right now because level 8's Triforce is also ladder block.
So that was actually one good thing about that room in the bottom. Forgetting the Chevy room for a minute, because of course I forgot the Triforce was in a Chevy room.
Yeah.
The fact that you just can't get to it that way, you have to go through some stairwells, gives you a much higher chance of coming across that stair ladder.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure the ladder was on the way to getting it as well.
And I also believe that with Slamu's knowledge of both items, Slamu may actually know all of the items in the seed minus a stair item in floor, and the fact that level 6 is completely ladder blocked, so may know by process of elimination that the ladder must be here on level 8.
Well, I don't think he saw either item in 4. So he probably still thinks that 4 has an item as well.
Well, 4 has an item. It has one of the best items in the game. You throw it and it comes back to you.
No, the yellow banana was in another one.
There's nothing more fun than some good boomerang talk to keep chat entertained.
So Shton is doing a lot more overworld checks. Level 6 is pretty close to start, and level 7 is actually right next to start. So if Shton was to up an A, they would actually be really close to finding both of their dungeons they don't have yet.
Yeah, I think Shton, at the rate they're going, is going to potentially last locate one or both. Here's the ladder for Big Slamu. One step closer to go mode.
Yeah, and pretty much both runners have everything, all the same things, and they're both missing 2 Triforces. So, like I said, they are very tight here. I imagine both of them will go into level 6 about the same time.
So, chat, one thing that we have not called out, one thing that we have not suggested, that we have not dared breathe into existence. Hayo, do you know what that could be?
I do not.
It's something that happens so rarely, we almost never talk about it.
Oh, now I'm interested.
Oh man, chat always getting it. Potato sack race? Absolutely. But what I was going to say was, these runners, at the rate they're going, are on a collision course for a potential tie.
Oh, you have a game 3 tie at that. Now that would be fun. We just have a rematch immediately right after this, right?
I have no idea. I'm not sure our runners would be mentally up to that. Question in chat. Forgotten spot? I forgot, but in fact, that's actually level 4.
Yes, that was one of the first few we found, and that's a spot Slamu may go back to after finding their ladder, or after level 8. But they know that level 6 is still yet to be dug, and it is a ladder block. And here is Slamu finding their level 8 Triforce.
Shton does not have the rupees to pay off the mugger. Sorry, chat. 40 bomb finish seed denied. Slamu, Triforce out of level 8. Question in chat. What is it for like 3 seconds for a tie or a smaller difference? I'm going to go ahead and claim that I have no idea. I'd have to ask a tournament admin. If only we had a tournament admin here that could possibly answer that question.
So, Slamu is going to pick up their silvers right now. I would imagine they're going to up an A and head straight back to level 6 after this.
Slamu beelining the coast to pick up their silver arrows, and then I anticipate they will go to level 6 before they go redigging other dungeons.
Oh, yeah, just looting to 7 works too. Keep all your hearts as well. So we know as chatters that the item or the bow has to be either in level 6, level 9, or the third item in 8. Unless Slamu found that third item, but I don't remember seeing him find it.
Well, that's a map.
We have a segmented 6. But on top of that, we have a very crazy 6 as well.
Red candle seen for Shton, turning it down.
Slamu choosing to just kill one of those, and that will be, and leaving the room clears the other 2. And we won't have to fight that Dick Dogger anymore. Could this be our transport? No, it's our item. We are down to 4 spots still left to check.
That's right, we have 2 in level 9, a floor item in level 6, and a stair item in level 8.
This will be our transport.
Well, there should be 2 transports here in level 6. Will it take us to the segment? No.
No, it does not.
It takes us to Gleeok.
Nothing wrong with more Gleeoks in this race.
Chat saying the item in level 4 is useless. Uh-oh. I see a whole bunch of bow in 7 chat talks. So, uh-oh.
I thought there was a heart in 7, but I was wrong. So, unfortunately, Slamu missing the bow in 7 on the floor, that could come back to haunt him, as he probably remembers there's one item in 7, but will he go back there before 9? Shton now has every item except for going to pick up the silver arrows to defeat Ganon.
Oh boy. So chat.
And I wouldn't say Slamu is screwed just yet. There's still plenty of time.
Chad is basically saying that 2Q9 is not the great equalizer we've come to know and expect.
But yes, Slamu does need to go back to 4 as well, as he has left 2 items in there, as well as 2 items in 9. The odds of him going to look for the floor item in 7 are very slim. But at the same time, Shton still has it. Well, as I say it, Shton does finish 7. And they will be headed to 6 once they find 6.
That's right. Shton still has to find level 6 on this overworld. It is at 1Q6. Slamu, in the meantime, needs to find their items, find their Triforce, and perhaps purchase hints which might give them an idea of where the bow is hiding.
And Shton making the West Death Mountain play here. So this will just be more time for Slamu to find the second item and the Triforce. And if the Triforce is deep in this 6, it's going to take Shton some time too to clear it out.
Especially if there's no easy compass, or if the compass happens to be a randomizer special right next to the Triforce.
But I definitely wouldn't say this race is over just yet. We got plenty more racing to be had.
Freedom Fighter is correct. There are old men in the levels that might give us the hint for the location of the bow.
And there is our second item in 6, in the segmented part. Hopefully we find the Triforce as well over here. And Shton just getting more money, and we have not needed the money. But with that up in A, Shton will be making their way to level 6 now.
Yeah, I think Shton is just about out of overworld spots.
And Slamu, if it's not over here in this little segment, they're probably going to be full clearing this 6.
Oh, I think they've already full cleared this 6.
A compass would be nice, though. Yep, we've got the left side of this 6 still to go.
Now, which way will Shton go?
Shton is only looking for the Triforce.
And if Shton had gone left instead of right, the Triforce would have been right there. Good news for Big Slamu. They get a little more time.
Alright, so with that, Big Slamu now has access to level 9. 2 items in that 9. If they go there, they will not only get the hints for Ganon and Zelda, but they will be spending a lot of time looking for the 2 items.
2 items that we know just cannot help them. They have whistled to 3, just like I thought they might to go to 9.
Yep, this is definitely the 9 play, or the hint play, depending on if they want to go buy the hints. And he is trying to clip away from 9 at this point.
This is an Annie road. Is Slamu going to try Mags?
You are correct. So he has a 60% chance at Mags here.
And the seed says, yes, sir.
That will definitely help with the combat. Unfortunately, Shton is about to get their last triangle here, and they will be off to level 9, so Slamu is running out of time, but they are going to enter 9 at the same time.
Which, again, if they had equal items, would be quite the exciting race, but we know Slamu still needs the bow.
I don't blame Slamu for this play, as 2 items in here is a much better choice than 2 items somewhere else, because you at least get knowledge of Ganon and Zelda while you're in here.
That's right. The logic behind this play is completely sound. Just with us and our overarching knowledge of what's happening in the seed, we know this is wrong. There's the first item.
That is big. If we want Slamu to get out of here, he needs to find these items fast, and getting one right away is great for us, hoping for a quick match. Shton still had to get his silver, so that's taking some time as well. Shton whistling before picking up the arrows, saving those frames.
The difference is Shton just has to find the big piggy. Find the kidnapped.
Shton is realizing he probably mismarked by 1 screen. And there is the second item in 9. Slamu is out. Where will he go? Probably 4. But if he goes, yeah, because all he has to do is go up 1 screen into the left one. So this is definitely a 4 play.
Yep, this is 4 right here. And I believe we have a roar. We do not have a roar.
If this was 1Q9, this could still be a crazy finish, but 2Q9 is a lot smaller and a lot simpler to get through. But it's never over until we see Zelda.
Hayo, you're absolutely correct. You can't get your GGs in chat until someone has actually finished the seed.
And I'm unsure how much Slamu has actually seen of this floor. Because when he was here, I'm pretty sure he picked up the Triforce right away.
Well, that's certainly not good for Big Slamu. If the Triforce was very quick in 4, there's still quite a few rooms left to clear. Or walk through.
And the old man not helping with any bow hints. At least Slamu knows that it is not under Goma's anymore. Or at all. Oh,
Double
there's
magical boomerang pickup hype in chat, please.
I was about to say there is not an item yet to be picked up, but yeah. Basically, Slamu now is going to clear every room and realize that it is Goma blocked, the item here. But that means he'll have to full clear this 4 to find out. And
that's
he
gonna
has.
leave. And that's gonna leave him with a floor item in 7 or a stair item in 8.
I imagine the 7. Yeah, he is headed to 7, which is the correct play. Unfortunately, Shton has already made a lot of coverage in this 9.
That's the roar.
That is a roar. Here's Ganon. And on Wood Sword, he's going to need 15 strikes. So, Slamu with the better combat, but I think Shton on Red Ring will be just fine.
Especially if he can hold this stun lock.
And he's doing a mighty fine job of that. As soon as I said, he loses it. And we have Bacon. Now, is Zelda going to be in one of these 2 rooms?
First room, no. Second room, no.
Alright. Probably going to be in one of the 2 cheeks, but could still be in the right ear. And Slamu is going to have to make his way all the way over to the right to find that bow, and down the right-hand side.
I think it's unfortunate, Hayo. This has been a great game, but I think Slamu is just running out of runway.
I don't want to give up just yet, but unfortunately, he's about to find his bow, but the amount that Shton has cleared is just maybe a little too much to overcome. I think it's the next room where the bow is. Or the next room. Oh, there it is.
There's the bow.
Alright, so Slamu now needs to make his way back to 9, get up to the top left corner, and then find Zelda.
And unfortunately, there's the door. The kidnapped has been found. Get our GGs out in chat for Shton, our race winner and the winner of this particular series, 2-1.
It was a very great series between these two. All 3 matches were well run, and I could have easily seen either one coming out of this bracket, and just by lack of one bow, Shton will move on over Slamu. But either of these guys would have made a very tough opponent in our next round. Do you know who they play in the next round?
I have no idea, but I feel very bad for whoever they face. Whoever they face is in for a tough round of races.
Let's say I'll pull up the bracket right now.
And we have a roar for Slamu. Slamu already right ordering this 9 quite a bit faster.
And Shton will play Shaddy in our next round, which will be a great matchup.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get our hands together for Ganon, the Big Piggy, making his final appearance tonight. 4 swipes of the magical sword and 1 silver arrow will make bacon crumble.
And there we go. We have bacon times 2. And Slamu will not be too far behind Shton. This was, again, very tight matchup. But he still has to make his way to the bottom left.
Still has to find the princess, the kidnapped. And this is the room. There's the door.
And that was a very quick route for Slamu.
Let's get our GGs in chat for a big Slamu. I forgot to mention, Shton finished with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 55 seconds. And our race runner-up, Big Slamu, finishing with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 10 seconds. We are joined by our race and series winner, Shton. Shton, GGs. Also joined by Big Slamu, our runner-up. GGs, Slamu.
Thanks, GG Shton. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, GGs to you as well. Man, that was a close one.
Yeah, yeah.
I really thought I was doing well. I had 1 death. What was it? Ladder was buried in 8. Both buried in 7. I thought I would might have a lead digging 8 as early as I did, but evidently you routed well also.
Yeah, I did not dig 8 early. I did grab every single item in the game minus the basement item in 4 though.
Oh wow. Well, then you were making it through the dungeons better than me. I missed a bunch of items. I missed basement in 4, no items in 6, missed an item in 8. So.
Oh, I guess I'm missing one in 8 too. I got ladder plus recorder. There was one just beyond, and I didn't feel like digging, so I had 6 rooms left in 8. I think at the end of it, I probably had like 5 or 6 total rooms outside of 9 that I didn't see. But that's how the seed works, and I didn't die once. I felt like I was doing. I mean, again, combat was fine, routing was fine. I just went the wrong direction for items, and that's what happens sometimes. So.
Who made it into 9 first? Because I felt like I was gonna. Well, maybe it didn't take me that long, but it felt like I was never gonna find Zelda.
Slamu beat you into 9 by less than a minute, but
okay.
No, Shton was into 9 first, and then Slamu followed after. I think that Slamu hit 9 right when you got the kidnapped, Shton.
No. Remember, Slamu had to go in and get both items first
Oh, that's right. I
and
totally
leave.
forgot about Slamu digging for the 2 items out of 9. See, that was so long ago. Come on, Hayo. I can't remember that long ago.
But
Man.
the speed you found both items in 9 gave us hope that if you'd have gone to 7, this was going to be pretty tight finish. The seed came down to missing the bow in 7, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I didn't have
Wow.
ladder when I first did 7, so I wasn't. I mean, I guess there's probably a staircase that takes me there, but I saw the ladder block and just wasn't good enough. So
I mean, your route of 9 in the end was by far one of the fastest routes. Like, if you had gone to 7 before 4 to look for the second, I mean, it would have been tight.
yeah, there was only 4 rooms that were unnecessary in 9 that I checked, and that includes getting both items.
Yeah, the one item in 4 was bow blocked, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured at that point. I mean, I cleared everything else, and I thought it was bow block to begin with. I had the choice between a floor item in 4 and a floor item in 7. I'm gonna take the floor item in 4.
Oh yeah, 100%. But honestly, you guys from the beginning, you all went, I would say, at least 25 minutes on each other's heels, following the same routes. Then there was divergence, and that's when I think Slamu started to build a lead. I won't say a big lead, but a lead. But with Shton finding the bow, that just changed everything.
Wow. Well, I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. So, I'll take the luck, I guess.
I'll just say that you three my God, my brain is just mush tonight. I need more coffee. You two put on a great series regardless. The game 1 and game 2 were exciting, and then game 3 just came down to literally, I think it was the fact that Shton, you did have the ladder when you went into 7, whereas Slamu didn't.
Yeah, 6 and 7 were the last things I needed, and I knew all I needed was bow. So that's so yeah, that definitely did help, because 7 was, I think there was only one block that you couldn't go through a room. So, I mean, you almost didn't have to take any stairs, and so I made it very linear, and I think cleared every single room.
Yeah, that was a very. I mean, with the ladder, a very friendly 7.
So with the win tonight, Shton, you do take the series, and you have Shaddy in the next round. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I apologize to everybody in chat that was looking forward to the Slamu Shaddy co-op battle, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I've ever raced Shaddy in a tournament race before, but I mean, he took 2 games off of Theorwolf, so I'm adequately scared.
Well, I imagine it's going to be a good matchup either way. Just watching your alls, I was glad to be able to commentate on all 3 of these matches because they were a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for putting it on. I appreciate, obviously, everybody that, and the admin team. I know this has been something that's been worked on for a while, so pretty big undertaking. So thanks everybody as I'm stepping to the wings. Congratulations, Shton, on beating Slamu, and thanks everybody for putting this together.
Yep, I agree. Thank you to all y'all for the commentating and the restream and the tracking, and so yeah.
Well, of course, we need to. The biggest thanks is to thanking you two for putting on the races. Because without the races, I mean, we're not even here. And you guys put on a great show for all of our viewers.
Absolutely. Thank both of you for entering this tournament and racing. Honestly, without the runners here putting on a great show, what would we be even commentating on? The weather? Hayo, how's the weather where you're at?
It was great today.
Yeah, I had a nice sunny day as well. And chat, you know what you should be doing right now? Following our runners. Go do that now. Make sure you follow our tracker, JustAndy8, and follow my co-com, Hayo. Without Hayo up here, you'd be listening to me make tons and tons of mistakes back and forth all over the place because my brain has been reduced to mush.
And do either of our runners have a final word they want to get in?
Nope. GG's.
Yep. Thanks again, everybody.
And with that, I think we have come to the end of our night of games. We do have 4 matchups tomorrow, including one commentator who will actually be racing tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So if you want to come out and watch a very slow siege, I will be on somewhere. But Adam, thank you for commentating with me. And again, thank you, Just Andy, for a great tracking, and chat for listening to us. And Adam?
All right, Hayo, I think that's actually going to do it for us tonight. So let me send out a special thanks to SpeedGaming and the SpeedGaming family of networks. Without them allowing us to restream on their channels, well, nobody would be here right now. And a special thanks to our runners for putting on an amazing show for us tonight. Really, until that bow was picked up in 7, it was anybody's race. And our runners made a whole bunch of great decisions, smart gambles, and in the end, it only pays off for one of them. So, with that, follow the runners. Follow the tracker, JustAndy8, because trackers are our MVP. Chat, if you guys want to go follow each other, you are the second best MVP, calling out all the things that I miss, that Hayo misses, and that sometimes our trackers miss. Thank you to my co-com, Hayo24. I appreciate you coming up here and listening to me make all kinds of weird noises with my mouth that I guess are words. So, with that, I have been JXB Adam, joined by Hayo24 on commentary. We've had JustAndy8 on tracking. Our runners tonight were Shton and Big Slamu. It was a hard-fought game, and Shton came away with the victory not only of the game, but with the series, and will move on to face Shaddy in the round of 32. Chat, thank you for being here and taking care of us with all of your gloriousness, and have a wonderful evening, or if you happen to be on the other side of the pond, have a great morning and day. And with that, I bid everyone adieu and good night.